Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have a supreme respect for the world's oceans. Supreme respect. I have watched enough documentaries to realize one, among many things, but one very important thing. And that thing is, no matter how much we know about the ocean, it is literally a whole nother world that we have only scratched the surface on. There are things in the ocean that have not been seen by man, not this incarnation of man at least. There are buried constructs in the ocean, literal constructs in the ocean. Obviously there's buried ships, but there's buried ships with treasure in the ocean. They got treasure hunters looking for these things, these Spanish galleons. There are things in the ocean that we cannot fathom. There are fish in the ocean that we cannot even imagine. Oh yeah, you take a look at one of those deep sea anglers, those crazy looking fucking fish. Black with the jaws and the iridescent, things on them. You're looking at that like this shit is nightmarish. But you're only scratching the surface of what's in the ocean. Like we have no idea what's down there. And the thing is, since we're not fish, we're not made to really go looking down there hardcore. It's a whole nother planet on this planet. That's what the ocean is. I respect the hell out of the ocean. And with that respect comes a healthy case of terror. Because I'm telling you, if you want to scare the shit out of me, put me in the middle of the ocean on a rowboat. I am officially terrified. I can't woo-saw my way out of that shit. I can't. The water is salt, so I can't drink it. I don't have any means of catching fish. You understand? And even if I caught any fish, we got to go back to problem number one. The water is salt and I cannot drink it. And if there is no way for me to distill the salt from that water, sidebar, you're going to need some plastic because you're going to have plenty of plastic and some sunlight. I'm digressing here. Middle of the ocean, rowboat, you're fucked. Okay? I mean, listen, there's a chance somehow that there's some sort of Coast Guard ship that happens to come across you. But all I'm saying is, it is one of my worst fucking nightmares. So the last thing that I'm going to be doing is taking a fucking submersible to go look for the ship of death, aka the Titanic. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. These are people that, again, they don't know what they're dealing with. The ocean is for fish. The ocean is not for human beings. It's not. You know why it's not? Because we got to put all this apparatus just to fuck with the ocean. We got to get the oxygen tanks. We got to have the rubber suits. We can't go too far down because the pressure's going to kill us and it's going to get cold. That's why you got the rubber suit on. All of these factors that you got to do. And meanwhile, the fish, the sharks, the whales, the octopi, all of these motherfuckers are like, yo, you're doing too much, motherfucker, because you're not supposed to be down here. This is what I'm saying. But if you take it back in the day when the hood was really the hood, when you had hardcore motherfuckers, and then you had that one dude that you knew he was from suburbia. And yet that one dude, he's going to try the hardest to fit in. He's going to get fucked. He's going to get killed. Listen, if you're in a situation and you know that you ain't about that life, don't fuck with that shit. Leave it alone. Fake niggas die faster than real niggas. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You shouldn't be fucking with the ocean, man. It's not a game. You have to take extreme caution for any of you people out there that want to go deep sea diving or some other shit like that. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. The visibility in the oceans is poor. Yes, it depends on where you at, but the deeper you go, the darker it gets. And in that darkness are creatures, literal creatures, that could swallow you whole or that could take a chunk out of your ass. And that's the facts right there. The very fact that there is such a thing as a giant octopus, okay? The very fact that that even exists should let you know that you should tread very, very carefully. when it comes to the oceans of this planet. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Sometimes they say they will see whales, and the whales will have marks on their bodies because they were at war with the giant octopus. I mean, that's all you need to know. And you're nothing to a whale. You're nothing. The whale's the largest mammal on the fucking planet. And it's down there. It's down deep into the waters, having legitimate battles with giant squid. They used to call the giant squid, they used to call it the devilfish. They used to call it the kraken. That's what they used to call it. Because every once in a while, a ship would see it. Listen, if we learn nothing else from this submersible tragedy, stay the fuck out of the ocean. Until we get to the point where we have some legitimate robotic equipment that can dive deeper than ever recorded before to be able to deal with the tremendous pressure that's in the ocean. Until we have those things, there is no need for us to continue to lose human lives over this exploration of something so vast like the oceans. That's all I gotta say about that. We haven't even factored in the Fujikawa reactor disaster. I think it's Fujikawa. Remember the reactor that went into meltdown in Japan some years ago? You know, in order to cool off the radioactive isotopes, they were using seawater. That seawater went right back into the oceans, yo. It went right back into the oceans. There is irradiated seawater in the ocean. Do you understand where I'm going with this shit? Do you understand? You do not know what radiation does. You have no idea what radiation does to human cells. That's why we get the cancer that we get from too much radiation. It will have things growing on you, the tumors that should not be there. You cannot fathom what the radiation will do. And we know it'll cause tumors. We know eventually it will kill you with repeated exposures, but we really don't know how it's going to affect the living organism. So when they were cooling off the isotopes in the Fujikawa disaster, all of that shit was going back into the oceans. And I'm sitting back saying to myself, holy shit, the fish. That's all I can think about, the fish. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you sit back and you really think, they say Godzilla was created from radiation. That's what they said. If I'm not mistaken, I mean, I used to watch this shit, but I think Godzilla is from radiation. You see what I'm saying? Listen, this shit sounds funny when I say it. It's whatever. All I'm saying is, you just tossed a whole bunch of radiation into the ocean. Heaven help us all. Right? That's all I got to say, because I can't. Stop fucking with the ocean, folks. Leave the ocean alone. Stop deep diving into the ocean. None of that shit. And clearly, even going to the beach is suspect now, because as we well know, the sharks are coming to shore now. The sharks are tired of waiting. They're tired of waiting. They're saying, you know what? Let's go. Let's go. There's not enough food in the oceans. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. But sharks, but great whites they typically don't attack humans. They don't like the taste of humans. Why do we keep finding attacks with sharks? If they don't like the taste of humans, then why do we keep seeing these attacks? They're living creatures. They evolve. They got a taste for flesh now. That's it. Why are we playing this game? Update all of the zoological books. That's all you need to do. Update all of them. Before, great whites did not typically like humans. However, they have evolved now and they have a taste for human flesh. That's all you got to do. Stay out of the ocean, folks. Stay out of the fucking oceans. Stay out of the oceans. I'm serious. The safest place, honestly, is a fucking pool. It's a pool. That's the safest. I'm serious. The safest place is a pool. Because you can't control life. You can't control what the fish are going to do. You can't control that. You understand? This is nature. We're a part of nature. We don't control it. So it's like, stop already. The fuck out of here. That's it. Whew, Lord have mercy. I can't with these motherfuckers.